I know exactly what I need to do now. Stay away from Alexander. And wait patiently. Waiting for my college acceptance letter to arrive. And my retirement application. Pending approval. So I can get out of here. Alexander didn't know what he was thinking. Even if I avoid him, he still managed to find the nurse's station. I don't want to have any interaction with him anymore. So I asked Alexander for money directly, in front of other colleagues. This embarrassed Alexander. He didn't come to see me again. But every few days he would have a guard. David, give me the stuff. Of course I will refuse and return it. Luciana came to see me twice. Speaks harshly and sarcastically. Since I broke up with Alexander, I should cut off the relationship completely without further delay. I treat her like air. If she hadn't been blind, she should know that Alexander came to see me. It's not that I'm tangled up with Alexander. Besides, it's not up to her to decide. Decide how I interact with Alexander. Although, I really don't want to pay attention to these things. Between Alexander and Luciana, the circle is so small. And news about Luciana and Alexander. Sometimes it still reaches my ears. Nurse Lily is a lively and well-informed person. She often talked to me about Alexander and Luciana. Building leader. I came to the hospital again today, dealing with disputes for Luciana. That Luciana is ridiculous. Students from prestigious universities. But she made a mistake during a simple operation. By the way, Luciana doesn't want to stay in the dormitory. I heard her say she's moving out soon. But the hospital couldn't arrange a room for her, because the building leaders often come to the hospital. Everyone speculated that she would move in with Lou. Leader. Evelyn, why aren't you angry? Have you really decided to separate from Leader Lou? This is Lord Lou's guard. David brings you 8 treasure porridge. It seems that Lord Lou can't bear to part with you. By the way, I saw Luciana crying secretly today. She was scolded by Leader Lou. I just smiled at Lily's gossip and told Lily firmly, Alexander and I will be together. Unless the sun rises in the west. Time flies. I finally received my college acceptance letter. The day I received the admission letter. I am very happy and specially bought candies. Treat the nurses who work with us. I didn't expect that when the candy was distributed, Luciana will actually come. She stood at the nurse's station and called me by my full name. Evelyn, come out for a moment. I have something to ask you. Although Luciana has been working here for a while, I never had any professional interaction with her. So I don't know Luciana very well. Why is she looking for me? I followed Luciana out. Before I could steady myself, she slapped me. Chapter 13. Caught unprepared. I got hit in the face. My anger led me to retaliate without thinking. Patting her on the back, Luciana let out a scream. Someone is hitting. Evelyn is hitting the ball. I watched in shock as she tore her clothes. Just a moment. Sitting on the ground crying. This incident quickly caused hospital leaders' attention. I was called in to discuss this with Luciana. She accused me of defaming her and damaged her reputation. This prevented her from working in the hospital because she is often gossiped about and being treated unfairly. I didn't do anything. When Luciana cried, I felt incredibly wronged. Alexander arrives. He only heard Luciana shed a few tears and immediately believed her. He ordered me in front of Luciana. Evelyn, I apologize. I never did anything wrong. How can I apologize? Even under Alexander's threat. I won't apologize. That's it. Even the leadership mediation is useless. Alexander was furious. Evelyn, you act exactly the same in front of me. There's another one behind me. You are such a despicable woman. Don't you realize how much trouble your hurtful words can cause? Behind Luciana. S-shaped back can cause. Let me tell you. Military region. Currently focusing on ideological education and severely crack down on such behavior. If you don't apologize, I won't hesitate to lock you up for a few days. Alexander changed Luciana from white to black. What a deep feeling. I know I can't anger Alexander. If he really embarrasses me, tarnish my reputation, the consequences will be disastrous. Under pressure from Alexander, I chose to apologize in shame. Luciana is elated. I lowered my head in shame. Alexander said I ruined Luciana's reputation. She can't stay in the hospital. So, I should pack up and move Luciana to my place. Say this. Compensation. It also shows the sincerity of my apology. So this is all for my house. Really tired. I said nothing, just nodded in agreement. After discharge, I'll go back and pack my luggage. I threw away everything I bought at home and do my best. Like Alexander's wedding room, I left behind an empty shell of Luciana. My transfer and resignation application. It will take a few days to process. So I moved to the hospital dormitory, getting ready to leave. Once the application is approved, that night, Alexander actually found the dormitory. I don't want to see him, but he kept shouting at the door. In order not to disturb others. Rest in the dormitory. I had no choice but to see Alexander. Alexander said grimly, "You are amazing, Evelyn." Chapter 14. Officer Liu, what's wrong with me? I apologized as you asked. What else do you want me to do? Alexander choked and turned pale. Evelyn, you are so courageous. I asked you to make room for Luciana, but I didn't tell you to clear your house. Why are you doing this trick again? I have the right to dispose of my purchases, right? Besides, you only said to give her the house. You didn't say I had to leave my things to her too. Okay, Evelyn. Stop messing around. I know you're not happy about this, but let's just leave it at that. Follow me, he said as he held my hand, but I shook him off. What are you doing? Don't touch me. Seeing me ruthlessly reject his hand, Alexander's eyes flashed with a look of hurt. He is not an easygoing person, especially when it comes to me. He has a very bad temper. He's had a series of setbacks with me lately. It really hurt Alexander. He suppressed his anger and ordered me. Pack your things and follow me. You're going to move in with me from now on. Why do I want to live with you? We are not blood related. Why should I live with you? I reject what you reject. My refusal embarrassed Alexander. How I wanted to get close to him. Show him great mercy now. Agree to move in with him. I unexpectedly refused, causing Alexander to become visibly angry again. I looked at him coldly. My expression and gaze make my reluctance clear. He took a deep breath and suppressed his anger. Whether you like it or not, you have to act. What do you expect? Let others see you living in the dormitory, Luciana. Isn't this just another excuse? And the reasons why others say bad things about you. Luciana, now. Because everyone out there is saying, Luciana is destroying our relationship. You have to move in with me. To calm down the rumors about Luciana. He really tried his best. But I don't want. Okay. I'm also a single woman. Why should I live with him? I couldn't help asking him. What is our relationship? Cohabitation club. Means anything. Should I give up my reputation? You and I are getting married. From now on we are husband and wife. This is an unchangeable fact. What is there to be afraid of? But I don't want to marry you, Alexander. I don't want to marry you at all. What? Say it again. Alexander stared at me in horror. I repeated under pressure. I don't want to marry you. I haven't thought about marrying you for a long time. Alexander looked at me with bloodshot eyes. I have a feeling he might hit me next second. Fear made me take a few steps back. Seeing my reaction, Alexander sighed heavily. I thought you just said that because you were angry. Evelyn, if you don't marry me, who will you marry? Don't speak when you are angry. I admit that I ignored you before. Can't I apologize? I will keep my distance from Luciana from now on. So please don't be angry anymore. Alexander's apology is surprising. Does the sun rise in the west? But I'm not touched at all. I will never forgive him. After all, he forced me to apologize to Luciana and admit my mistakes. From that moment on, all my feelings for him are gone, because I'm not ready to move out with him. Alexander lost his patience. Evelyn, you must come with me now. Even for Luciana's reputation. You must come with me. Chapter 15. I was forced to move into Alexander's house. He lives in a 3-bedroom apartment. The master bedroom was occupied by Alexander himself. Second bedroom vacant. The other room was occupied by his guards. After I moved in, I locked myself in the second bedroom. Didn't come out at all. In the morning, it was Alexander who knocked on the door and invited me. Breakfast. He personally bought fried cakes, fish sticks, and soy milk. I sat on one side and Alexander sat on the other. Eat breakfast in silence. No one says a word. Then, someone knocked on the door. Then a delicate voice came. Alexander, are you home? The door was opened. Luciana came in with her bag. See me and Alexander sitting at the table. Her expression suddenly froze. Apparently she comes here often. I just didn't expect to see me. A strange silence. I finished the soy milk in front of me and stood up. Walk out without saying a word. Alexander followed behind and grabbed my hand. Where are you going to work? Of course. Team Leader Lou. Do I need to report to you? I asked sarcastically, still using the formal title of Alexander. He looks unhappy. He wants to say something, but I didn't give him a chance. I shook off Alexander's hand and walked away. After working in the hospital all morning, during lunch break, Lily told me? Did you hear about it? Vixen came to the hospital today because of a swollen eye. Vixen is the nickname Lily gave to Luciana. I replied indifferently. My eyes were red and swollen. Alexander actually made his beloved cry. Lily continued in a low voice. By the way, breaking news. I just found out. That bitch forged her academic credentials. What do you mean? I asked in surprise. My cousin knows this bitch, she said. Shrew. Did not graduate from any prestigious university. Not at all, just an ordinary nursing school. She is not capable of being the lead surgeon. Impossible. This is true. She had a minor operation in the hospital. There is a bug. She has been making excuses ever since. No other surgeries have been performed. Now everyone is saying, she doesn't have any real skills. After hearing Lily's words, I felt a little doubtful. If what Lily said was true. So Luciana does have a problem, I just want to know how Alexander feels. Knowing that your lover is this kind of person. I warned Lily not to talk about this outside. Now, Luciana is Alexander's only. If word of this gets to Luciana, she holds a grudge against him. This might cause quite a stir. I didn't expect. This will be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Only the unfortunate target was not Lily. It has become me. Luciana actually thinks. All the rumors about her. And come to attack me. Chapter 16. Learning from the past. I'm worried that Luciana will plot against me. I kept my distance from Luciana. She takes 1 step forward. I take 3 steps back. Seeing me being so wary of her. Luciana gnashed her teeth in anger. Evelyn, are you the one who spread the rumors? People say I forged my diploma. I tell you, defamation will be punished by law. I retorted, since you know the law so well. You should also know that false accusation. No evidence. It's also a crime. Luciana smiled. I know, but what can you do to me? After all, Alexander has always been on my side. He only trusts me. You said, if I go to Alexandria, cry about how you slandered me. Behind me. What do you think he will do to you? It's like taking advantage of my kindness. Treat threats as everyday events. Clay figures also have tempers. Besides, I'm not a clay man. Why don't you just tell him? Let Alexander stand up for you. Why don't you go to Alexander instead of me? Luciana was choked by my words and sulked. You think I don't dare? I'll give you a chance, Evelyn. You'd better stop your slanderous attacks on me. Now, tell your good sisters to stop saying bad things about me. Otherwise you will regret it later. Luciana's posturing is ridiculous. Extremely. I scoffed. Why are you so sure it was me who spread the rumor? There is a saying that goes, where there is smoke, there is fire. You don't know. Are you eligible? Use a scalpel on me. If all this is me slandering you, you can easily go to the leader to clear your name. Then why come to me? Luciana blushed. I speak to you because of Alexander's favor. I'll give you a chance. Stop slandering me immediately. I'm afraid I can't agree. After all, your business has nothing to do with me. Since you came to me, let me tell you some rumors. Stop saying those wise words. If you act justly, sit upright. You shouldn't be afraid of being investigated, right? Looking at Luciana's changing expression, I added, by the way, you are the one who spread all the rumors about you and Alexander, isn't it? You want to use this to frame me. Make Alexander hate me and punish me, isn't it? After saying this, Luciana stopped pretending. Then aren't you forced to apologize to me? Evelyn, let's be clear. I really love Alexander. You'd better keep your distance from Alexander. Otherwise you will regret it. I tell you, when I get serious, I can ruin your reputation. Then I will. Wait and see how you plan to ruin my reputation. I laughed. Luciana, now I basically know what kind of person you are. I completely understand your purpose and motivation. You are there. Pretend to say this. Purpose of being defamed and slandered, just to avoid staying in the dorm. You want to live with Alexander, right? Unfortunately, things didn't go as you planned. Alexander did not receive you. I gave you my house. Your plan did not succeed. You think Alexander would despise me for this? Do you believe you can stay with Alexander? To be released in the future. But you didn't consider. Alexander didn't do what you wanted. Do you know why? Alexander didn't do what you wanted. Luciana blurts out the reason. Chapter 17. After asking this question, she realized she was wrong and want to save the situation. But I didn't give her a chance. Because Alexander was the leader. He didn't go this far for love. He has power and know how to assess the situation. When you spread rumors about him to frame me, you should think, if Alexander lets you live in his house, doesn't this prove your illicit relationship? How could a man like Alexander let your reputation be tarnished? Luciana listened to me. Suddenly realized she was indeed Alexander's beloved woman. But she doesn't understand me like Alexander does. Without his efforts, he would not have risen to his current position. People like Alexander. He was in a high position in his previous life. He loved Luciana so much that he chose not to divorce me, but let Luciana stay with him. Ambiguous relationship. He's definitely not just thinking about love. He has to consider his reputation and the consequences of divorcing me. I am his wife of humble origins. It's not my fault. What would people think of Alexander if he divorced me? How to win people over with virtue in the future. That's why Alexander never asked for a divorce from me. Married to Luciana. Until the day I die. In my past and present life, Alexander is on the rise. He would never break up with me to be with Luciana. He has to consider many uncertainties. His competitors. The political scrutiny he faced. He is afraid of my outburst. And his fear that his future might be ruined. Moment. So he can settle me first and wait for the opportunity. Sorry, Luciana doesn't understand Alexander's thoughts. She does believe the reason why she couldn't be with Alexander. Because of me. I am now completely disgusted with Alexander and Luciana. What do these two disgusting people mean? Dance in front of me. Should I remain silent and be their shield? I can't compete with Alexander. But I can't let Luciana get the upper hand. Can I continue to provoke Luciana? Do you really think you can find Alexander? Go to please early in the morning. I'll take you to Alexander's house. What were you thinking about? Are you sad? Luciana's face turned red. Ugly pork liver. I laughed. Let me guess what Alexander said to you this morning. You're concerned for Alexander. Because he doesn't reciprocate your feelings. So you ended up crying. Arriving at the hospital. I see everyone is pointing at you. Then you come to me. Seeking my approval. Keep trying to slander and frame me. guessed her thoughts. Luciana glared at me angrily. I was laughed at. Actually, if you are really wronged, you don't need to come to me. You can suppress this all by yourself. If someone says your qualifications are questionable, you can throw away your certificate. Hit them in the face. As for those who say, you can't do surgery, you lack real skills. You can perform major surgery yourself. Show them what you can do. Doesn't this prove your innocence? Luciana's expression is unpredictable. I saw the guilt in her eyes. So does this mean that Lily is telling the truth? About everything. Luciana indeed falsified her qualifications. Surgery is not possible at all. Speaking of, all the chief surgeons in our hospital are here, according to their real ability, not to mention doctors. Even ordinary nurses. Selected from 1,000 candidates. Luciana was forcibly placed here by Alexander. Luciana comes in from the back door. She has been working in the hospital more than half a month. In the past half month, Luciana never offered anything convincing. She always finds excuses to avoid seeing patients and undergo surgery. In fact, to this day, I never doubted. She avoids because she is powerless. I thought Luciana really refused because of her health problems. Now look at Luciana's face. Seeing her frame me and slander me again, I suddenly realized she might have a problem. It's not just because she can't have surgery and falsified her qualifications. She also has serious character flaws. After all, she could defame me without any difficulty. If the rumors outside are true, then Luciana shouldn't be afraid. If she really had the skills, just one operation will clear her name. But she never did that. Instead, she only knows how to trouble me. These signs are increasingly makes me believe Luciana feels guilty. How could Luciana deceive the world for 2 lifetimes? She must have her own unique method. In her previous life, she claimed that she was injured by someone else and her hands. Injured, unable to undergo surgery. But in this life, her hands are intact. No one hurt her. Why didn't she have surgery? Could it be that the so-called injury on her hand, her past life, was also a lie? If that's the case, I'll have to be careful next time. I don't want any accidents to happen. The last few days before I leave. Chapter 18. Luciana's face makes me sick. It also fills me with fear. I don't want any accidents to happen. On the day I'm leaving, Luciano wanted Alexander. So I'll keep my distance from Alexander. I applied for night shift. For Alexander, avoid crossing paths. I always wanted to stay out of trouble. But trouble keeps coming to me. Alexander, who has never been kind to me, it seems to have completely changed. He even came to see me at night and brought me a midnight snack. I feel extreme pain and shared a midnight snack brought by Alexander. Nurse on duty. The morning after Alexander. The 3rd visit to the hospital. I met Luciana. Even if the distance is more than 10 meters, I can feel the murderous intent in Luciana's eyes. Luciana hates me. Not just any kind of hatred. I cried out silently in despair. I don't want to anger Luciana. But Luciana will never let go easily. To prevent any unforeseen circumstances, I need to plan ahead. I have secretly taken precautions, but the accident still happened. Today, I asked for leave to go to the station to buy a ticket. My supervisor told me that my transfer resignation application will be approved within 3 days. This good news makes me very happy. So I asked my boss for leave. Go to the train station to buy train tickets. On the way back with the train ticket, I accidentally met Alexander's mother. This is the first time I met Alexander's mother since I was reborn. She is not paralyzed or has an amputation. She looks energetic. When she saw me, Alexander's mother called me. Evelyn, let's talk. In my previous life before I married Alexander, Lou's mom never liked me. She despises my job, looked down on me because I'm an orphan, and thinks I'm not worthy of her son. Leader's son before marriage. Louise's mother doesn't like me, even after the accident. It led to her amputation. Louise's mom still doesn't like me, even if I serve her in the most humble way, satisfy her every need. She still doesn't like me. She always thought her amputation was my fault. This is my unfortunate fate that made her become like this. Lou's mom wants to talk to me. I also plan to tell Lou's mom I don't want to marry Alexander. So we went back to Alexander's place. I didn't realize it was a scam. When Lou's mother and I opened the door, the mother screamed, "Someone's been killed, Evelyn. Someone's been killed." Chapter 19. I was startled by Lou's mother's voice. Focus my attention. I saw Luciana. Luciana lying on the ground, a hand covered in blood. I couldn't believe what I saw. Outside, Lou's mother is still shouting. Soon, a guard heard the commotion and rushed over. Luciana was rushed to the hospital. When I was arrested by the guards, to be honest, my mind is blank. The arrest and detention took only a few minutes. I don't understand how things have come to this. Why is Luciana lying on the ground with a broken hand? Why did Lou's mother slander me for hurting Luciana? A person sitting in a closed room. I finally calmed down and rethought. This is a complete conspiracy. Mama Lou and Luciana conspired to frame me. That's it. When did Luma and Luciana get together? Why would Lou's mother help Luciana do such a bad thing? I asked myself, if I stay humble to Mother Lou, whether in this life or the next, why did Mama Lou collude with Luciana? Slander me like this. She knows what it hurts. This slander will cause me. After being locked up for nearly 5 hours, Alexander is finally here. His face looks serious. As soon as he entered, he grabbed me by the collar and gritted his teeth. Ask me why. Evelyn, why did you hurt Luciana? Do you know what you are doing? What did Luciana do to you? Do you know how cruel it is for a doctor to injure his own hand? Luciana will never pick up a scalpel again in her life. Looking at Alexander's heartbroken expression, I sighed softly. Can you let me go? I feel a little suffocated and dizzy. Alexander was irritated by my calm tone. He let me go, but pushed me to the ground heavily. My back hit the wall and it hurts a bit. I struggled to my feet and said to Alexander, call the police. Whether I do this or not, let the police investigate and find out. You think I don't dare? Evelyn, how come you become so cold and strange to me? Did you know? The first thing Luciana did after the surgery was. I asked curiously, what is this? Alexander gritted his teeth. She pleads for you. She said she doesn't blame you. She gave you a chance. As long as you apologize and promise to repent in the future, she won't hate you. So you mean I should apologize? I smiled at Alexander and said word by word. I won't apologize. Even if I die, I won't. This matter will be handled by the police. You are so stubborn, Evelyn. Did you know? How much energy did I put into suppressing this matter? Do you really think I won't hurt you? Of course not, Alexander. I never expected you to save me, never. My only request now is to call the police and let them handle it. Alexander was reluctant to escalate the situation. I understand his concerns, but it's not his decision now. Although I don't have parents, I have other relatives. My uncle and aunt are here. Specially asked to see me. Only when they can't see me. Do they realize I'm in custody? On one hand, this matter has a significant impact. The investigation team entered the hospital and began investigating the incident. I hurt Luciana. Chapter 20. Luciana's mask is quickly revealed. She forged her academic credentials. She's just an average nursing school graduate, but was praised by Alexander as a graduate of a top university in China. She doesn't know anything about medicine. She can only perform simple tasks. For example, intravenous injection. And she knew nothing about the surgery. This matter has a significant impact. Alexander recommended Luciana, and also isolated, and was investigated by the organization. The investigation was very quick. Luciana was exposed in less than a day. After all, she could lie to Alexander all she wanted. Just because Alexander was willing to believe her. Choose to believe her. The organization is based on facts. No favoritism or corruption. When everything is exposed, Luciana finally couldn't keep up the pretense any longer. She confessed everything, including previous deception and frame-up, including convincing Alexander's mother, conspiring against me. She said she didn't really mean to hurt me, just to scare me, just want me to back off, breaking up with Alexander. But this is just her one-sided statement. The fact that she framed me and hurt me is obvious. No one would believe Luciana's pale explanation. She just wanted to scare me. Luciana is found. Committed the crime of fabricating facts. Falsely accused someone. Intend to bring criminal charges against them. Sentenced to 5 years in prison. Due to the serious situation. Alexander's mother was also an accomplice. She showed a good attitude. Admit your mistakes. When the organization asked her, she made everything clear. She said I was a disaster. Bring misfortune to my parents. She doesn't want me to be her daughter-in-law. She wants a daughter-in-law with a better background and more capable than me. Then Luciana found her and told her something unbelievable. She felt dizzy and followed Luciana's advice. She told the organization that Luciana was a demon. She can foresee the future. Luciana, everything she told her came true. The organization believes. The old lady is mentally ill. This is understandable. Elderly people are easily deceived. So she was sentenced to a lighter sentence. Alexander and his mother were released 48 hours later. Let her think correctly about Alexander. Because Luciana admitted after the incident. The organization believes that this indicates confusion. Personal life. He was suspended for reflection. The day I left. Sunny, I feel very good. I can finally start a good life. I crossed the road with my luggage. Direct access to the train station. As I was passing an intersection, I heard a piercing scream. I saw a man get hit and thrown into the air, falling heavily to the ground. Then, surprisingly, the vehicle involved in the accident did not break down and ran over the injured person's legs. Blood-stained. The injured person lay motionless on the ground. Blood stained the sidewalk. I stopped and looked. Familiar faces come into view. That's Alexander's mother. In my previous life, she blamed the accident on me, saying I was unlucky. Fate is rough. I brought her misfortune. I never married her son. Who cursed her? I'm afraid I don't know the answer. Chapter 21. Time flies. I am fully focused on studying, not paying attention to anything else. In my free time, I work hard to support myself. Life is fulfilling. During this period, I did receive the letter, but I choose to destroy them. Just glanced at the familiar handwriting. At the address. Alexander once came to see me at school, but I choose not to see him. He can't find me. Eventually he had to leave. After graduation, I was assigned to the Eastern Military District, with love for the motherland. I put my heart and soul into it, for national construction. I met a lot of like-minded people at work. I also found someone who loves me, willing to spend my life with me. We believe in each other's intentions. We held a group wedding with passion. Wedding held in the army. Hundreds of couples got married together. We swear an oath before the national flag and emblem. Always cherish each other. Always loyal to the motherland. And dedicate. Make every effort to build the motherland. During the wedding ceremony, my partner and I, like any other newlyweds, a toast to the soldiers who came to witness. I saw Alexander in the crowd. His face was pale. His eyes are on me. His lips trembled. I calmly looked away, holding the hand of the lover and leaving. After the wedding, when my husband and I were about to leave, Alexander appears again. He asked me why. Evelyn, how could you abandon me? You were my wife in my previous life. I answered him with a smile. You know this is your last life, huh? Then do you know what I went through in my previous life? What is the basis? You can be sure that if I can live again, I would choose a heartless and ungrateful man. He looked at me palely. You. I'm back too. From the moment I came back, I've been thinking about how to end my relationship with you. I have suffered enough in my past life. If I were reborn just to marry you, I'd rather die now. My words are firm. Alexander turned pale. That's not true, Evelyn. I didn't betray you. I was also deceived by Luciana in my previous life. Later I realized her true intention. What's the point of saying these things? Whether in the past life or in this life, Alexander didn't bring me any warmth or comfort. I didn't listen to Alexander. Explanation and leave directly. I don't care what I think of Alexander. In this life, I just want to work hard and live a good life. However, the news about Alexander still reaches my ears. My current husband told me Alexander was not yet famous. Just like in the previous life, he was detained for behavioral issues and has not yet been promoted. He did not remarry. By the way, his mother did not live to be 80 like in her previous life. She went to see the King of Hell 2 years after the accident. As for Luciana, she was released after serving 5 years. But then he went back. He was said to have been arrested for prostitution.